A więc teraz tak. Witajcie, witajcie. Tak jak powiedziałam, teraz będzie Posejdon. Czyli wracamy do misji głównej. Jestem trochę w innym miejscu, bo parę rzeczy zrobiłam poza nagraniem. Myślę, że nagrywanie tego wszystkiego to po prostu całą wieczność by zajęło. Ale dużo was nie minęło. Więc teraz tam, czyli najbliżej będzie stąd.
Something nearby is sending that signal.
Tam.
Look at that. Atomic. I heard there was one in this area.
Tak, tam sobie żyraf drepta, ale to może później.
A rebel outpost. Gonna have to find whoever's in charge and stop them from causing any more harm. This must be the ruins of Las Vegas. Poseidon shouldn't be far.
Dziwnie, że on tak popęsa. Zamiast sobie zejść po prostu. Ale okej. Zobaczę, czy tu jakiś... Nie, tu po drodze żadnych... Tu jest ognisko. Kolce od świecy. Dobra, ognisko
I said
odkryte.
this is where I'd find Poseidon, but the ruins out here are exposed to the elements. A lot of them are buried in the sand. So maybe Poseidon is underground. If that's true, I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures.
Okej, czyli muszę poszukać. No. Tam ognisko. I tu też ognisko. A, sporo. I tutaj muszę się pokręcić i znaleźć sobie wejście.
Water's pouring out of that building. Poseidon's doing?
O,
I better check it out.
znalazło się.
Someone's been through here. Camping here. Looks like there's something.
I almost had him. I was so close.
To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Morland, it's over.
Well, not for me, it's not.
Then you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norse spear maiden appeared.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're not typical Delvers. That's for sure. What's this?
I call it a diving bubble.
Bańka.
This is the Mark 1. The Mark 2 was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a compressed
Air
air
capsule, hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
Don't mind him.
What's so important down there that you'd risk your life?
Well...
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage, okay? Whatever you find below is yours.
Well, all right. Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense. I like it. Behold, an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Well, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us are full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. Just as my old Gramps promised me.
So these embers project images?
Paintings of light. It's amazing stuff. This one showed the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, beckoning all to a buffet of lobster and succulent beefs. I must have watched it about 100 times as a child in my old Gramps workshop.
What happened to it?
Over time, they die out. I cried the day that this one's light faltered. But there are many more below, as you'll see if you get down there like I did and my old gramps before me.
How did your grandfather discover these embers?
He was here 40-odd years ago. He was one of the first to lead a delving party into the West. He discovered the ancient city around us, plumbed the depths of this very structure. He found the hollow underneath and the glowing embers all about. Took as many as he could and brought them home. He always wanted to come back and get more, but, well, he never scraped up the shards. What he really wanted to do was use the embers to put on a show, one unlike the world has ever seen.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was a true delver and a true showman, and I miss him. But I will do him proud. I will gather the embers and put on a spectacle that would have amazed even him. With your help, of course.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow in my old Gramps' footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy that...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, games and coins and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good. But then, something went wrong. The images turned nautical. Waves went through them, even fish. It's like a strange underwater dream.
Poseidon's dream.
Yes. Well, suddenly there was this terrible rushing sound, and then an explosion of water erupted from the floor.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built the diving bubbles Mark 1 and Mark 2. I tried the descent in each, but I nearly drowned both times. Abaddon's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
Well, maybe I can help.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
You guys don't seem like average delvers.
We're not really delvers at all. We're showmen.
Like, performers?
You're Nora, and thus unfamiliar with the arts. We stage spectacles all around the claim.
Spectacular.
Stemmer tells stories, which I augment with all manner of sounds and fireworks, and Abaddon, he
Complains?
he handles the money, which amounts to about the same thing. When we delve, it's to find gear for my theatrics. Which makes this delve the most important one of all.
How
Początku.
deep is it? Can't I just swim down?
Only if you have gills. You can stack 50 kegs in that shaft.
Leave it to the Osseram to measure something in kegs.
Talking liquid depths, I'd say it's apt.
After not, sounds too deep to hold my breath.
Hence, our new invention.
Okej.
I'd better get after those parts.
There's a fully intact compressed air capsule in the Mark II, but like I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
Dobra. Deska do nurkowania.
I thought we were finally going to get away from this place.
Well, good thing that Aloy showed up.
Along with a soldier in the book, across here the sharp-handed move.
We'll find a way to get the embers. I know we will.
Got the compressed air capsule.
Optimism!
Now,
It's
to
great.
get all the machine
Right up
parts.
until the point you stumble into a machine's jaws.
That's a
A
myth.
co masz?
Probably get a guess list of 50. So we'd need at least 3 dozen kegs. Brown ale, maybe. No. For him, scrapper sap.
Are you planning a party?
Budgeting for Moreland's funeral. Thanks to you. I was this close. We were gonna move on. Leave all this nonsense behind, and you come along, you spark your wet noodle idea.
It's going to work.
I've heard that before. I'm always willing to engage in some commerce.
Cenne przedmioty do sprzedania. Sprzedamy trochę cennych przedmiotów. Okruchy się przydadzą do naprawiania tego szpona, który ciągle się z tym bije.
I'll leave you alone.
Do us a favor. Leave us all alone.
No nie bądź taki nerwowy.
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here.
Trochę gałęzi.
There's a Cyclops drone monitoring this area.
Muszę wejść tam
I
na
need to
górę.
grab its data.
O, tędy wejdę.
Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it?
Jak on lata? Oj, oj, oj. Tam. Czyli muszę stamtąd na niego skoczyć.
Maybe I can climb something to jump onto the drone.
Tak, możesz to zrobić. Tylko moment. Nie, no dobrze, powinnam wskoczyć na niego tutaj, jak będzie. Nic, poczekam. Tam jest daleko.
Going down! It's mine.
Dobra,
Just need to reconnect it with the dome.
teraz tam.
Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. All this sweat, and I'm still not cooling off. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd.
Czyli tam, tak?
There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. More machines? Better deal with them first.
Co to jest? Good time to pull out shotgun. Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great. tu. Pralniowo odpadam w sukienkę. Muszę tam wyjść.
Looks like the herd's caught between those sand spirals. I could use that to my advantage. There's a lot of fluid sloshing around in that bellowback sack.
jego nie mogę, zapomniałam. Teraz mi się przypomniało, że jeszcze nie mam tych.
What else wasn't gonna do much?
No, chodź tu. Chodź. Jak mi daleko poszedł? Okej, za daleko. O! Jeszcze tu podejdź. Aha?
Going if there's acid in it.
Co? No dobra, może on tak potrafi.
One synthetic membrane. Better check the other machines. One of them might have a kneecap I can use. The kneecap. Good. I should have all the parts to build this thing now. Better get back to Moreland.
Czyli to wszystko? Okej. to
What can I
jestem.
do for you, partner?
Raczej co ja mogę
I've got
zrobić dla
everything I
ciebie?
need to build the,
The incredible diving mask.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours. We'll see.
The
Dobra.
longer the
Dobra, to mamy.
Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking for down there?
It's hard to explain. Something that caused a malfunction in the apparatus that controls the old city. I think it started the flood.
Well, I thought we started the flood. Like we sprung a trap. I don't know how we were detected. Like I said, the dancing lights around us changed, turned to sea life. There was this flash of red, and the roar of water surging in.
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light from a spot near the grate on the floor where the water burst through. It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks. That might help.
I hope it does. And good luck down there.
Okay, time to see if this thing works.
Dobra. I teraz co?
So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here.
O.
Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
Jak to wygląda? Ale śmieszne. Las Vegas, 4 maja 2060. W tym tygodniu upłynie 20 lat od dnia, w którym Stanley Chen wbił w ziemię pierwszą łopatę i tym samym zapoczątkował jeden z najbardziej ambitnych projektów budowlanych w historii USA. Choć wcześniej wiele Amerykanów nie chciało go w tym kraju. Odrzucając pierwszą porcję jałowej gleby, dyrektor generalny zażartował, jak to niechęć do chińskich wpływów politycznych zmieniła Vegas we wrzące siedlisko nastrojów nacjonalistycznych, ale jego ogromna fortuna ostudziła emocje, by w końcu zagrzać Amerykanów do jego idei nowego Las Vegas. Jezu, długie to jest. Kto mógłby wtedy uwierzyć, że Chen stanie się jedną z najbardziej ulubionych postaci gry, odzyskania. Ale Stanley Chen nigdy nie zrobił sobie wiele z prawdopodobieństwa sukcesu. Dość dosłownie. Dobra, i tutaj dalej, jakby ktoś chciał, bo mi się średnio. Chcę to czytać o Las Vegas.
Nautical lights. It must be Poseidon's doing. That looks like the way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding. Whoa! I can fight that thing underwater. I'll have to be careful. place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome. Need to turn back.
Którędy ja tam mogę płynąć?
Door on the left side.
Tam jest czerwone światło.
There. Red light.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. More machines down here. I'll have to swim around them. Stick to cover. Shouldn't use frostbite. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node. There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here. Water lines for an entire city.
Nie to.
Can't reach the ledge from here. Maybe there's something I can climb to get out.
O Boziu! Nie, stamtąd przepłynęłam. O!
The primer node shut down now. I think the last time I was down here was during the Lumiogran incident. A malfunction led to an overflow of detergent in the pipes. Suds rose from every fountain. As we frantically tried to fix it, I looked up and saw everyone in the lobby chasing bubbles the size of basketballs. Young and old alike. Another magical moment in the impossible city.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here?
Okej, czyli jedno.
There. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node. Clear this up.
Myślałam, że tędy wyjdę tak na szybko, ale widzę, że nie. Okej. A, tędy.
According to the map, the second node should be on the other side of the dome. Frost ammo won't hurt it much.
To kraj wolnych ludzi, jak możemy być wolni, jeśli nie możemy nawet prowadzić własnych samochodów? Jak męski prawnik muszę przypomnieć, że usunięcie pokładowego autopilota z samochodu mogło doprowadzić do... Całym sensem tej sprawy jest przywrócenie mojego... klasycznego wozu do stanu pierwotnego. Pierwotnego, a to znaczy żadnych robotów. Tak, a w naszych dokumentach to kawałek historii, amerykańskiej historii, odkąd robiliśmy takie rzeczy. Czy oni chcą, by cała nasza historia znikła? Nie jestem przekonany, czy sąd... O, ja wiem, co powie sąd. To tylko samochód, najważniejsze jest bezpieczeństwo, bla, bla, bla. Tak, to prawdopodobne, że... Ale nie o to w tym wszystkim chodzi. Chodzi o przywrócenie tego samochodu do pierwotnego, niespętanego, nieokiełznanego amerykańskiego... coś tam.
Another access point. Should get me to the second node. Harris sick with this heat.
Just shut down the secondary node. No more water for the fountains. No more shows. No one left to appreciate them anyway. I'll never forget the city's grand reopening. The fountains had been bone dry for years. No one believed they'd ever return. So, as the first plume arced up in the dome, the music swelling, my heart soared right along with it. The city gave me a second chance once. Now it had one, too.
The domes, the water. He was responsible for all of it.
Dobra, chciałam wziąć grzyba.
I won't budge. Maybe that debris is weighing it down. Let's get this fire grenade out of here. Okay, let's see if that helped. I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. According to the map, the maintenance station should be at the south end of the dome.
Wendy, musiałem dzisiaj wyjść wcześniej. Czy mogłabyś coś za mnie zrobić? Właśnie przyszła przesyłka dla pana Tuberville'a z apartamentu rodzinnego 115. Na rachunku jest wyraźnie napisane, że nie należy jej dostarczyć do jego pokoju. Pan Tuberville chce, by przesyłka została dostarczona do panny Oliwii w Nowym Raju. Tak, tej panny Oliwii i mnie on najwyraźniej nie wie, więc trzymałby się na kłótnie. Jeśli ona chce dalej naciągać tych zakłamanych mężczyzn na prezenciki, to ja życzę jej wszystkiego najlepszego. Myślałem już, że w końcu będzie za stara i otumani faceci przestaną się do niej ustawiać w kolejce, ale Liam mówi, że widziała panna Oliwię we wtorek i ona znowu wygląda, jakby ledwo skończyła 30. Czyli znowu przeszła swoje zabiegi i na pewno sporo ją to kosztowało. Zabiegi czy nie, mam nadzieję, że jak mnie samej stuknie 60, to będę mieć choćby połowę jej energii. No dobra, muszę już lecieć. Załatw wysłanie do niej tego prezentu. Zwykła poczta dronowa. Do zobaczenia w środę. Mam dymnych pod wodą?
Machine doesn't like fire. There's red light in that tower, just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in? It looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. Okay, let's see where this leads. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge.
Czy ja dobrze płynę?
promising. There should be a console in here.
Dziennik głosowy.
System shutdown's almost done. Only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever. At least I won't be around to see it destroyed.
This place out.
The Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Chen was one of them. The Zenith. But he did so much for this place. He doesn't sound like the others. That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door. Posejdon.
Dobra.
I guess the purge didn't get rid of all of the water.
Dobra, co my tutaj mamy? Artykuł prasowy, coś tam, coś tam. Zobaczysz odtworzony balon braci Montgolfier. To drugi model, który pojawi się w centrum Las Vegas, po tym jak pierwszy został w 2021 roku sprzedany do kasyna w Szanghaju. Oryginalny balon braci Montgolfier znalazł się w powietrzu w Paryżu w 1783 roku. Był to pierwszy swobodny lot człowieka. Dwaj dzielni mężczyźni, którzy do niego wskoczyli, nie byli jednak pierwszymi latającymi istotami. Król Ludwik XVI nalegał, by podczas lotu testowego w koszu znalazł się owca, kaczka i kogut. Lot odbył się 3 miesiące wcześniej. Zarys historii Las Vegas. Proszę, jakby ktoś chciał. A, tędy nie przejdę. O.
Purge left these machines behind. I could sneak by them. Deal with the big one first. I can refill my pouch with these later.
Rączka mu się rusza.
Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Come on.
Hey, was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
With that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
To that overhang.
Start it.
Może płynąć na ogień? Będzie mnie atakował! O Jezu! Oj! To nie jest najlepsze. Ha? Czekaj chwilę. Nie wiem. Down it goes!
Aloy! You did it!
Gdzie go można pozbierać? On chyba mnie jeszcze troszkę rusza. Ale ma buzię. No dobra.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. Well, we'll start taking some of the embers
Damy
upstairs.
radę.
Holler if you need us.
Thanks.
Za mało kakałka dałam.
Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring it home. Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console.
Co tu mamy?
I can't do it. I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right.
Tak. Dziennik. Ukryte w kodzie kontroli dostępu, więc ktoś musiał to prowadzić poprzez interfejs termostatu. Efekt był w sumie całkiem zabawny. Znasz te koloreklamę Rewi, facet w bieli z wodki? No więc ich bielizna znikła. Szło to prawie przez godzinę, zanim wyłączyliśmy heheszki na bok. Nie możemy pozwolić, by to się powtórzyło. Przejrzałem klimatyzację i system holo i wyglądają w porządku. Na swojej zmianie sprawdź kod wodociągów i filtracji. Wolę nie myśleć, co by się stało, gdyby złamany został cały system. Byłoby to o wiele gorsze niż paru nagich mięśniaków na pasie.
I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Moreland and crew must have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry, I bet. Cannot catch a break from this heat.
Ładne. Zaraz. Okej.
Something up for the hunt.
A, tu jest drabinka. Golden? Golden pagoda. Pagoda to jest świątynia. Ja dobrze idę? Zastanawiające jest, skąd tu ogień, jeśli to było zalane. Ale... Dziennik
It
głosowy.
started right here, more than 30 years ago. It started back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt its cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time, and the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Another recording from Stanley Chen. An elevator. Moreland must have built this before the place flooded. Might still work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
Whatever she did, she must have powered up the whole city. That an eagle? How much did all this cost?
Dużo. Dużo. Nic, dobra.
What's going on out there?
Oh, the show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized, his old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve was a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Posejdon back to Gaia.
Bedne.
But I might want to head back to Silga. See if she needs help with that scrambled signal first. And with my new diving mask, I can swim as deep as I need to.
Później. Odniesiemy jej tego i może dokończymy to zadanie dla Zo, jeśli jest możliwość. Jeśli będzie możliwość. Okej, ploteczki, już idę.
I see you, champion. Be careful if you're traveling southwest, champion. Rebels have set up camp in the hills. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to dig your grave.
Thanks for the warning.
Multum tu jest rzeczy do zrobienia, naprawdę.
Sounds like the Dron could use a hand dealing with these rebels.
Wszyscy potrzebują pomocy ze wszystkim, zacznijmy od tego.
Sneakers that weren't used for sneaking. Got it.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Posejdon.
Najpierw połączymy drona, bo też tam drona.
There we go. More data for the dome.
Mamy tego. Na razie tylko 2.
An excellent choice.
downstairs. Beta has something you need to hear.
Tak.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. Hey, Gaia. It's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our
Zobaczmy, czy
discussion?
możemy z nią porozmawiać o czymś nowym. Nasze postępy.
So there's a few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths, at their core, have proven to be exceptional survivalists. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Dobra, zobaczmy, co tam towarzysze mają ciekawego do powiedzenia.
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning.
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was a liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
To po co o niej rozmawiamy?
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is! When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them.
Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
No to rozmowa trochę bez sensu.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him, but he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Może trzeba trochę wyrozumiałości, ale z drugiej strony czas nagli, nie? Tu ona siedzi, dobra.
Hello.
O, to jest jej. Ejlo i Gaia chcą, abym pomogła wymyślić, jak złapać Hephaestusa. Oceniłabym szansę sukcesu tego przedsięwzięcia jako infinitezymalnie różne od zera, ale w sumie dlaczego nie poświęcić temu trochę czasu, gdyż bez możliwości produkowania maszyn przez Hefa będziemy na łasce zenitu i co mam innego do roboty. Jak zawsze pierwszym krokiem jest nakreślenie problemu. Tak jak inne funkcje podrzędne, Hef uzyskał quasi-świadomość, gdy Gaia odebrała sygnał z Syriusza. A gdy Gaia wysadziła się w powietrze, by powstrzymać Hadesa, Hef umknął, szukając nowego domu. Jednak w przeciwieństwie do pozostałych podfunkcji, które najwyraźniej pouciekały do pierwszych, lepszych procesów fizycznych, jakie mogły znaleźć, Hef ukrył się w globalnej sieci łączącej wszystkie kotły na świecie. Może dlatego, że żaden pojedynczy procesor nie byłby w stanie go pomieścić. A może dlatego, że szukał środowiska programistycznego, które najlepiej znał. Niezależnie od tego, zostanie duchem sieci komputerowej umożliwiło mu realizowanie nowej, wariackiej misji. Infiltrowania instalacji produkcyjnych kotłów, budowania jednostek bojowych i przeciwko ludziom. Wszystko dla ochrony maszyn terraformujących przed plemiennymi łowcami. Doszło do eskalacji. W miarę jak łowcy coraz zręczniej eliminowali jego zabójcze maszyny, Hef wytwarzał ich więcej. Większych, lepiej uzbrojonych i groźniejszych. Ale wdaję się w dygresję. Dla naszych celów najważniejsze jest to, że Hef nie znajduje się w jednym miejscu, więc Aloy nie może go po prostu odnaleźć i wykorzystać głównego obejścia, by go uwięzić w rdzeniu Gai, tak jak Etera, Demeter lub Posejdona. W dowolnej chwili Hef może uciec do dowolnego kotła. Ergo musimy go jakoś upięzić, prawdopodobnie w rdzeniu kotła i odciąć mu dostęp do sieci. Tylko jak? W chwili zapiszę, nie mam zielonego pojęcia. Co gorsza, dane dostarczone przez Gaię wydają się wskazywać, że Hef się zmienia. Dokładne metody nie są dla mnie jasne, ale jego kod podstawowy się powiększył. To źle, choćby dlatego, że to mogłoby oznaczać wzrost jego przepustowości heurystycznej, co utrudniłoby Gai wchłonięcie go. Ale co gorsza, to sugeruje, że Hef ma możliwość przerabiania się, a przynajmniej swoich części, co jest przerażające. Co zrobimy, jeśli on napisze na nowo swoje protokoły dostępowe? To by oznaczało... wolę nawet nie myśleć. Możemy porozmawiać z Zo.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
Które drzwi otworzyć? Mówimy o tych drzwiach?
There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, control center operatives would have...
Lubię w projekcie labu rolniczego. Znajdziecie tam mnóstwo nasion do badania. Moje ulubione próbka 626. Calotropis gigantea. Mleczara olbrzymia. Rosła taka na naszym podwórku. Zawsze latało wokół niej pełno motyli. Każdego ranka August biegł tam, aby zaglądać pod liście. Sprawdzał, czy jakiś gąsienice zmienił się w podczwarki. Dziś chciałbym sobie wyobrażać, że w przyszłości będzie ich pełno.
Monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see. this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
Whoever replaced parchment for this deserves a good
Plugging in that power cell downstairs must have turned on these holograms.
Hologram.
Looks like Arendt and Catalo moved their stuff in.
Ah,
Holograms? Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
And stars can also be suns? That makes no sense.
w porządku. Brakuje mi siatki. Dobra, czyli tu nic nie zrobimy. Okej, teraz pogadajmy z nimi. O, pardon. No Kasia? War room. O,
Mind if we have a word?
Of course not.
co tam
Does it
mamy?
still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Arendt at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Arendt wouldn't mind sharing. Must be strange, seeing everything through a focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. I should get going.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
I will. Thank you. Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding, any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith? yet allow them to capture you.
With silence, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe. How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew, and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
Aloy. Is everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those holos.
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I can make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. And that's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt.
Proszę się nie bić w
Are
bazie,
you playing
jak
that
już to
board
na
game that I keep
zewnątrz.
seeing everywhere?
Oh, you mean strike? Yeah, I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things. Yeah, it's a Tanakh game. I thought about playing Katalo, but what if he tries to kill me if I win?
I think you're safe.
Yeah, I don't know. Heard a lot of things about that tribe.
Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. And with everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time.
Ja nie,
I should get
ale
going.
Kotaro
Back to reading, I guess.
byłby chętny.
Do be careful out there.
Jak zawsze. Jak zawsze. So, kończymy tę misję?
Aloy.
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
The Zeniths did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
Found anything else combing through that data?
Varl and I have been looking into the animals of the old world. Apparently there used to be thousands more species roaming around than there are today. Can you imagine that? I'd give anything to see them, even as holograms. Though I know that without Artemis or Apollo, that may prove difficult. At least I can find comfort in knowing Gaia used many of them as inspiration for her machines. Her memory honors them.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from, like you've done here for us. Maybe one day more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds crowded, but nice. Are you guys training with Erend as well?
If you count trying to stick a spear in his gut as training, then yes.
I've been told. Please tell me you weren't being serious, though.
Of course not.
Good.
I was going for a couple of broken bones. He called the Utaru leaf grazers. Laughed at the idea of us simple farmers being formidable fighters. Before I knew it, he and I were battling it out in the common room. The man is slow, but he can throw a hammer around. Don't look so worried. We're evenly matched. For now. Next time he's going down like a load of boar dump.
Just try not to kill each other.
Injuring his pride should be good enough.
Is there anything I can help with around here?
Oh, no. We're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while.
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh.
That bad, huh?
Why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
Dobra, czyli praktycznie rzecz biorąc, tutaj większość rzeczy jest. Trzeba stąd wyjść. Wyjście. Aha.
Ah, this data looks fun.
O, wyjście. Myślę, co tu można zrobić. Osram zbieracze. Termina poległych jest strasznie daleko. Chciałam zrobić zadanie skalaną, ale ono jest strasznie. Tam jest nowa misja. Dobra, zobaczę, co tam mają dla mnie. O, ta coś jeszcze ma.
Sit with me, Outlander. I've got...
Siadam.
I hear strange lights have been spotted to the south in the still sands. We abandoned those ruins when the sandstorms and machines became too much to handle. I wonder what's been going on there since then.
Quite a mystery. Let's hope the Tanaks don't get too curious about what Merlin's been up to in Vegas. I should check up on those guys when I have the time.
Zobaczymy, co oni chcą.
I got news for you, Red. Thing is, these ones don't seem that aggressive.
Plotki.
I hear the Tanaks are fighting each other quite a bit these days. Some of them contain machines. Those you've got to be real careful of. We've seen a whole bunch of them setting up outposts around here. A few settled at the edge of the desert in the southwest. They even set up camp in the south. Really helps a fellow sleep at night.
Just make sure you steer clear of them. Those rebels are bad business. We'll keep an eye out for them on. Everything okay there, Porgif?
Ah! My steel flame friend, behold!
Oh, your lockbox. The one I found in the tunnel.
Just the one! It was bequeathed to me when my dear ma passed. Never could get the damn thing open, but the lock must have broken off when the rockbreaker attacked. Haven't seen its contents at long last. I want Martha to have it. My sister. She could use it more than me.
Hold on. If it was given to you, why couldn't you get it open?
I lost the key. You know how it is with small objects, big hands. Not that you know how it is exactly. I mean, your hands are dainty, of course. No, not dainty. Well forged. That's it.
Porgif.
All right, I stole the box. It was supposed to go to Martha, but I just wanted something of my ma's to remember her by.
So the box rightfully belongs to your sister, and now you want to return it. What was inside that made you change your mind?
Nothing. I just thought she'd want it back. She and my ma were close. Me, well, guess you could say I was always the stray spark.
All right, Porgif. Sounds like you want me to give this box to your sister. Where is she?
That is a good question. I know she was working in Chain Scrape last.
Huh. I have a friend there. I can ask her.
Ha-ha! Well forged and well connected.
If I'm in the area, I will try to find your sister. At least to hear her side of the story.
Okay. Well, if you see Martha, tell her I still remember the Flying K.
I bet Petra would know where I can find Martha. I should pay her a visit the next time I'm in Chain Scrape.
Dunes might look peaceful, but they hide all kinds.
Dobra, zaraz tam będziemy. Gdzie to było? W Złomiankach. Tu. Dobrze, gdzie my tu mamy?
I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find any booze around here.
W środku. Ona dalej tam siedzi i piwo pije? Boże drogi.
For you, my very best.
Hey there, Flamehead. So what's new, Aloy Machine Hunter?
How are the refugees doing?
They keep to themselves mostly, but they have food and shelter. Some even found work around town. Good thinking, giving them that Stormbird heart.
I'm glad it helped. I hope they can get back on their feet.
I'll keep checking up on them.
Then they'll be just fine. Hey, I'm looking for an Osram named Martha. She might be working here in Chain Scrape. Do you know her?
Martha? Yeah, of course. Tough gal. Puts her back into her work. Not like the drunken louts around here. Why are you looking for her?
I met her brother out west. He asked me to return a family heirloom to her.
Huh. I didn't know Martha had a brother. Anyway, last I heard she was doing a job out by those old Karja signal towers. Northeast of here.
Thanks.
Ostrom family squabbles ain't pretty. Best of luck wading into that muck.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
Give me back my ale. How goes it, Hammerhead?
W ogóle to ja mogę zobaczyć tutaj.
What's this proper survey?
Sorry.
Tej szkatułki nie trzeba mu odnosić z tego zadania poprzedniego, bo to było opcjonalne. Więc można tego zadania w ogóle nie mieć. Gdzie jesteś? O. Chodź, chodź. Gdzie ty idziesz? No cóż, ten szpon nie taki syży jednak. Dobra, coś tu jest, jakaś burda. Ja wam radzę nie zaczynać.
Steady. Petra said Porgov's sister should be working around here. I have a feeling she won't be thrilled to hear from her brother. But at least she'll get her lockbox back.
Tłumaczenie pokazuje na spokój, nie? Jak zauważyliście, jak chodziłam przez szpona, tłumaczenie jest spokój, ona mówi steady. Tak się właściwie, jeśli ktoś nie jeździ konno, to wytłumaczę steady, mówi się do koni. To dosłownie tłumaczy się na równo, czyli to jest po prostu komenda, że mają równo trzymać kół. Nie przyspieszać, nie zwalniać.
I met your brother Porgov out west. He asked me to give you this.
My ma's lockbox. That miserable chuff stole this from me. By the forge, he broke the lock too.
Actually, that was from a rock breaker.
Oh, so he's dead then?
No. After he saw what was inside, he wanted you to have it.
No. Then I guess guilt finally caught up with him. Let's see here. A jewel. Surprised he didn't pocket it for himself. And a letter.
Ogromny ten.
Her last wish was that I make amends with Porgov. That doesn't make sense. Porgov caused her, all the family, so much grief. Always running off to chase easy shards instead of helping Dad at the forge. Why would I want him back in my life?
If Porgov read that letter, then maybe he wants to make amends too. He also asked me to tell you that he remembers the flying keg.
That lug. When we were kids, we used to grab a metal panel and slide down this big hill. But one day, Porgov got the idea to use an old keg. He climbed inside and off he went. Only, he didn't stop at the bottom of the hill. That keg kept rolling with Porgov still inside, right off a ledge. You'd think the keg sprouted wings the way it soared. Then splash! Right into the lake. Thought he drowned for sure. But he lugged himself out, onto the shore, and shouted, "Again!"
Sounds like a good memory.
Think that might be the only time I can remember us not fighting. Just lying there by the lake, laughing till it hurt to breathe. When you met my brother, did he look okay?
As well as you can expect for someone out in the middle of the desert. You could see for yourself.
Nah. I mean, I heard some folks are headed out that way, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Thank you for bringing me this. Here, for your troubles.
Thank you. If you decide to go, you'll find your brother at a place called Camp Nowhere.
Of course he'd end up nowhere.
Okej. Więc dalej. A, dobra. Nie, sprawdzę sobie lepiej na mapę. Mamy zrobione. Mięso ptaków już sobie darujmy naprawdę. Nietopiona bariera. Dobrze, jak tu mamy to zadanie, to zrobimy to zadanie. Pomówimy z Dariką, czyli zdaje się, to jest jakaś wojowniczka samotna, wędrująca po pustyni. Jakoś tak to było.
This easy?
Chyba rozbije się od drzewa. Nawet o skały.
Ow! Welcome to my life.
Ready to put fire to steel? Yeah.
A, to jest ten.
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig. Hey!
What's important is everyone made it out. No thanks to Olvin. Let's just count our lucky sparks that Petra's taken over the mine's supervision.
Guess that means no more slacking off.
Just stay safe.
Albo nie. Teraz tak pomyślałam, że jak i tak już byliśmy na tej pustyni, to pójdziemy do obozu oseramskich zbieraczy. Tak. Bo zrobiłam dla nich już te kontrakty. Tyle, ile odkryłam przynajmniej i może oni będą mieli dla mnie jakiś pancerz. Już.
Walked past Thurless old shop and tripped over one of his stupid wires.
Stąd myślę, będzie najszybciej.
Do I have any fire ammo on me?
Tutaj gdzieś mamy ten kocioł. Przepraszam, nie tutaj, tu. A, nie, to jeszcze inny. Okej. Nie patrz na nich. O, tam są. Tak? Nie. Tu?
Mushroom crew. They don't look too good. Must be the ones that Tanakh soldier mentioned.
Mamukieł tam jest? Muwakieł, przepraszam.
We're gonna get through this. I promise. Now go get some rest.
Do you need help?
Wish I could say we've been through worse, but I doubt any salvager has had this much bad luck on a single expedition.
Salvagers. You part of Karif's crew?
Yes. Didn't think we were that well known.
So you came here to make some armor. It doesn't look like things went according to plan.
You could say that again. I thought I had it made when we found some prime rollerback salvage out here. Then came the sandstorm, blew away most of our gear, and ran us right into a camp full of angry Tanakh. We fled, but by the time the storm died down, we found ourselves here with half our food gone, open to attack by machines and Tanakh alike.
Sounds like you could use a hand. I'm Aloy.
Runda. I can't ask you to help for free. How about I hire you to get us what we need? Draw up some contracts.
You don't have to.
Wouldn't be a proper salvager if I didn't. Won't take no for an answer.
You mentioned this place is exposed to attack. Is there anything you can use to set up a perimeter?
We know there's a bellowback hanging around some ruins near here. Take it down without damaging its cargo sacks, and we could use it to make new traps. Set up a cordon. I'll make it a contract.
Sounds like a plan. You mentioned your people needed food.
We lost most of it when we ran away from the Tanakh. But only a bristleback would be able to sniff it out underneath all that sand.
That's not a bad idea. I'll look into it.
That's good to hear.
You said you lost your gear?
Yes. Can't be sure where it is, since that storm gave us the runaround. But I have a general idea. It's all in the contract. If you can get that gear back, we'd at least be able to set up camp properly.
Znowu kontrakty.
Make the crew comfortable.
I'll take a look as soon as I can. I have to get going.
Good luck to us both.
O, utknąłeś, biedaku.
Never see it to knock again. Myself lucky.
Idziemy walczyć z paniakiem.
That
Tam jest.
back run dimension should be close by. I should look at the contract just to be sure. There you are. Really needs that back taken down with its cargo sack intact. I'm gonna have to be careful. Well, that's not good. I need the cargo sack intact. I gotta look for another bellowback.
I'm like that in all my ears.
The locator shows there's another recording in there.
Tak, i zablokowana droga.
I took down the bellowback. You should be able to salvage what you need and set up a perimeter now.
Thank you, Aloy. I know my crew will sleep better once we do. This is yours then. Payment for a job well done.
Thanks.
Thanks again for helping us out. And good luck.
I still can't believe those Tanakh soldiers try to come after me.
Dobra, następna. Kolto grzbiety.
In the middle of a storm.
Jak zdominuję kolco grzbieta, to stracę mojego chyżuszpona. Podnieś się. Dobra.
Tear off its armor!
Like someone was busy. Did you dig up some ration containers for me? Yes! Looks like most of Runda's rations are here. I should take this back to her crew as soon as I can.
Szkoda mi, że straciłam tego hyżuszpona, bo złapanie go wcale... Znaczy, zdominowanie hyżuszpona wcale nie było jakieś takie łatwe. Co to chyba było?
heard a recording in there. I found the food rations.
This ought to put some spark back into my crew. Thank you. Oh, and here. Payment in full.
Thanks.
Właśnie ciemno się zrobiło, chyba będzie padać.
Thanks again for helping us out. And good luck.
Ten branie na zewnątrz muszę to zebrać. A jaki to jeszcze kontrakt jest dla niej? Miejsce, gdzie ostatnio widziano sprzęt. Gdzie ostatnio widziano sprzęt? Aaa!
I think Runda's crew lost their gear somewhere in this area. I should give her contract another read, just to be sure I know what I'm doing. That must be the cart the contract mentioned. But whatever gear it was carrying isn't here. I should take a closer look. Whoever took the gear did a number on this cart. Maybe my focus can help me figure out what happened. Claw marks. Might be from Glinthawks. More claw marks. Bigger ones. Maybe a sunwings. Whichever did this must have scavenged the gear left in the cart. Maybe if I give it something else to scavenge, I can lure it back. Then follow it to its nest. All right, let's find somewhere to hide. So it was a sunwing. If I want to find Runda's gear, I'm gonna have to follow this thing. Quietly. Looks like poison. Oseram gear, all right. I better get out of here before the Sunwing comes back. And get this to Runda's crew.
Dobra, i tam będzie ognisko.
You're back.
I got the camping gear you needed.
So you came through. Thank you, Aloy. This'll make my crew a lot more comfortable. Now, as per our contract, here's your payment.
Thank you.
Looks like we'll be able to make our way back to No Man's Land. as soon as my crew is strong enough. But I was wondering, the rollerback salvage I was gonna use to build the armor, I lost it after we ran into those Tanakh. I was hoping you could find it for me. Otherwise, all of this would have been for nothing.
Do you have any idea where it might be?
I marked the area on your contract. I know it's not much to go on.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Aloy.
Zobaczmy. Po drodze biegnie, ja dopiero teraz zauważyłam. No trochę nie do końca tam, gdzie chciałam.
Rundy said she lost that rollerback salvage. There's my focus. I get lucky and find it. Rollerback salvage. Nice. I'll take that. Hey! That salvage isn't yours, pal! I'll have to take it back by force. Huh? Is that a machine? Walking.
Badawczy.
able to get Rundy salvage now.
No.
Looks like I'm bringing Rundy some extra salvage. Should be more than enough to make her armor.
W końcu. Ognisko.
All right.
Dobra.
Huntress, you look like you've been in a fight.
Found your salvage. Had to fight a shell snapper for it.
A shell snapper, huh? You know, after all this, I was thinking about making a new helmet for the armor. Something better prepared to deal with a sandstorm. That shell snapper salvage might do the trick. No sense in letting your hard work go to waste.
Glad it helped.
Here, your payment. Maybe when my armor wins Karev's competition, you'll come by to celebrate with us. If you have time to go back to Barren Light, that is.
I'd like that. We'll see.
Gotta admit, this is pretty good salvage out here.
Aha, dobra, teraz dalej trzeba robić inne obozy. Inne obozy, okej. Dobra. Na ten moment to by było wszystko. A następnym razem, to nie wiem, może znowu misję główną zrobię. Naprowadzające? Fajnie, fajnie. Dobra, w każdym razie reszta następnym razem. Trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia. Do zobaczenia, usłyszenia właściwie następnym razem.